All right, good morning. My name is Abigail Klutz and I am from Kansas, and I'm so excited to be here with you on this Wednesday morning. I love this day. I love talking about connection, and I love who's going to be bringing you the training on it today. So I don't want to take too much time, but what we do want to do in the very beginning is start with a little bit of recognition. So, yesterday with Kendra, we talked about attraction and we talked about formulas. And go ahead and drop somebody's name in the chat box that you saw maybe make an attractive post yesterday. Maybe one of your teammates who caught your eye or stepped out there or did a live. Lance Harris, Shauna Phillips went live, Bunny Jacob, Megan Crownshield, Katie Rollins always, Preston Gonzalez, Christy Jones, Casey Eisen, Bronwyn, Jessica Burns, Carrie for always showing up and selling trial packs, Mia Wilson, Emily Maurice, Melissa May, Heather Huber, Yvonne Mercado, Tim Zong, Sarah Lovely, Mick Carrier, Kristen Lambert, Trish McFarland, Sam Scher for always showing up, Becky Hatton, Selena Price. Awesome, guys. Thanks for recognizing those people. It always feels good. Katie Estrada. So love that. Love the message yesterday. Today, I was reading a little bit of Jim Rohn this morning, and one thing he says is, we get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. It takes time to bring value to the marketplace, but we get paid for the value, not the time. And when I think about training on connection, I think about the patience that you have to have and the continual connections that you have to make and the resources that you're constantly dripping on people until they make that decision. And also last week we were doing a Zoom with the Quebec and Canadian team, and I was showing them a real estate book. Been reading this real estate book. It's called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Why? Because I want to be inside the minds of real estate agents, because I think they'd be incredible at this business. And they have a 33 touch point system. How would you like to connect someone 33 times with resources before you close them on a trial pack? I mean, they just assume that's what they're going to do with a house. So I feel very blessed today that all I'm doing is getting people to drink the ketones with maybe 3 or 4 resources. And so I'm going to pass this training on to Sylvia today. You guys, Sylvia, I'm bringing it up right now. Sylvia is from Washington, and she is a full-time rank 10 prover, mom to 4. All right. So when I'm feeling like my head's gonna explode, like last night when I was on a live and my daughter got slime in her hair and came crying in here, I just think of Sylvia, rank 10 with 4 children, rocking it. So she is amazing. She's an amazing mentor, an amazing coach, an amazing friend, and she's very authentic and speaks from application. I know she's a very hard worker, and she is like a mama bear with her team and people that she loves, and such an encourager. So Sylvia, I'm going to pass this on to you today. So looking forward to your training.
Hello, everybody. Good morning over here in Washington. We've had a snow day for the second day, which is kind of odd because it really doesn't usually snow here, but the last couple years we've had snow and people do not know how to drive, so everybody's home. I'm super excited today to share with you guys connection, okay? This is, I feel like, one of the most important pieces of what we do is the power of testimony. I know for me personally that it has been my testimony through this journey that has been able to get me where I am today, okay? Because when I first started with Pruvit, you guys, I had like 1,400 friends on Facebook. I had no Instagram. I'm not somebody who has a social media influence. I'm still learning social media, but my testimony with this product is life-changing. It is so life-changing that literally when I have my team open up three-way messages with me, and somebody's questioning the product, or they're just not sure if it's going to work for them. And I drop my photos in there, like they're speechless. They have nothing that they can say because they're just like, oh my gosh, like this is powerful. So connection is the number one key to working your business. Why? Because you want to be relatable. Everything that you do in Pruvit, everything that you share is all about how is this going to help somebody else, okay? So people don't really care about, like what you're saying that the product is doing for you. They care about what they think it's going to do for them, okay? So when we're using these tools, it's important to make sure that you're pulling on those heartstrings, right? You're kind of giving a little tug. You're saying, oh my gosh, I know that Amy struggled with postpartum depression. I know that Amy struggled with being a stay-at-home mom and just feeling like she didn't have a purpose in her life, right? So what can I do to, what tool can I use to share with Amy to see that this is relatable and that this product can give her hope? How many people have found hope with using the product? How many people have had a life transforming experience? I know that yesterday we kind of started the call with our Inspire On. So today I'm going to actually give you guys resources and tools and when and how to use them. But what I want to do is I want to play this powerful, powerful testimony, because I know oftentimes if we say, go do this, we don't always do it, right? So how many people of you have actually truly watched Jody's Inspire On video? I'm going to play it. It's only 3 minutes. Heartstrings, hello. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and let's go ahead and play this. Let's see.
Before Pruvit, I truly believed you couldn't have it all. Ever since I was a very small girl, I knew to the depths of my soul that the number one thing I wanted to do was be a mom. I didn't feel like I could have it all. I never felt like I could have it all. I didn't feel like I could be the mom I wanted to be and have the career I wanted to have until I found Pruvit. It's funny because they say you make plans and God laughs. So I was on the plan to graduate college in 3.5 years, top of my class. I was going to work, have this awesome career, wait until I was much older to get married, and then have my family. And then I met the man of my dreams at age 21. I got married 10 months later, and after several years, we decided, you know what, we really want to have that family now. After going through a very hard period of infertility, I was finally blessed with 3 miracle babies, and they were my entire life, my everything. And I loved spending every second with them. They say you can't have it all. I wasn't willing to trade time with my kids for money. I watched a lot of my friends go on fancy vacations, find some financial security. As my kids got older and older, and it just got tougher and tougher, and we fell farther behind. Yet still inside me, I had this burning desire to have something outside of my kids, but I couldn't fathom leaving them. I was trying to reconcile how I was going to do both, being this mom that I knew I wanted to be, and also do something with my passion, my desire to bring my gifts out, to love on people, to speak to people, to have a business. I saw my friend talking about Pruvit and Keto Max on Facebook. And part of me was so skeptical. And I'm not going to lie, I was thinking it'd be nice to lose a few pounds, but mom would want to lose a few pounds. Then I had my first drink. I felt like a light bulb turned on in my body. I felt alive again. I felt inspired again. And I wanted to share it with everyone I knew. I'm home every day with my kids. They're my number one. I feel like I'm finally able to live the life that God designed me to live and achieve at high levels and still be the mom that I've always wanted to be. I never imagined life could be this good. Like they tell you when you're a little girl, you can't have it all. Something's got to give. You can't be the best mom and you can't be the best mom boss. But I'm telling you, I am. And I love my life. I love my life now. My name is Jody Scheibe, and I prove it every single day.
So how many people feel that little tug, right, when you're watching that? And in a female dominant industry, because this is a female dominant industry, how many of you know 5 moms that you haven't sent that video to? How many of you know 5 women who are struggling with their purpose right now, who are, you know, feeling like, because if you have kids, you know that you go through this phase where you're literally like, who am I? I'm just mom. I just wipe dirty butts. I cook food. I clean a house. Who am I? I have been in that place. And I'm telling you, if you use these tools the way that they were intended to, it will change your entire business, because relatability is the key here. People want to feel, number one, like they are understood. They want to feel like they are connected. One of the most basic human needs is connection. Okay. So utilizing all of the resources that we have, and I've put together a PDF, which if you know me, this is like my weakness. I cannot do, it took me like 2 hours to do this simple PDF, you guys, because I'm more of I would rather talk to people than do systems and things like that. So, you know, give me a little shout out because it took me 2 hours to do this basic PDF, but I have put together, a list of all of our resources for you, of when to use them and how to use them. So please save this to your phone. I know that Abigail is going to drop it in the chat for us, but this is something that literally has links, okay? Links to all the Inspire On videos, links to Pruvit's official Facebook page. So for all of you people who have just joined our amazing company last month or the previous month, you now have literally a resource at your fingertips where you can be like, okay, here it is, because if you go to Facebook and you type in Pruvit, there's all sorts of things that come up, right? So we want to make sure that we're sending people to the proper resources. So being relatable and utilizing our tools for relatability. Number 2 thing that I feel like is really important is being confident, okay? So when you're sending people to one of these resources, or you're sending it, let me log out of Facebook here so it doesn't keep dinging. You're sending them to the Facebook page for a recipe, or you're sending them to an Inspire On video. Confidence is key. If you're opening up a 3-way message with your coach and yourself, confidence is key. So you want to draw out that relatability. And number 2, be confident in what you're doing. You don't want to just be like, oh, here's a video. You know, I can't tell you how many weird messages I get, especially on Instagram, where it's literally like word vomit. And I'm like, what? They're just like, do you want to try my oil that helps with acne scarring, homeopathy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, wow, you lost me at the first sentence. Okay. So, connecting the people to the proper resource and being confident and pulling out what it is that you know about them. It literally only takes 5 minutes to kind of go to somebody's page and get a good idea of what it is that they have going on in their life. So if you see that somebody has kids, right? Literally, it's, hey girl, oh my gosh, I just saw that you have 3 kids. I have 4. Would you be open to learning more about how I found out how to, keep energized throughout the entire day? Would you be open to learning how I found out how to get rid of my mom brain? Simple as that, okay? Then you connect them to, when they say, yeah, because who doesn't want to get rid of mom brain? You connect them to the campfire video. Awesome. Do you have 4 minutes right now to watch this quick video? Boom, drop the campfire video in there. Another one that I really, really utilized when I was dad brain, it's a thing, we all have those foggy moments. Another thing that I utilized a lot, and I really want to preface here, is pre-framing your conversations. Okay, this is really, really, really important to utilize the right wording, especially if you're doing a three-way. And three-ways are very powerful because number one, as you hear, it's taking the pressure off of you to be the message. We don't want you to be the message. We just want you to be the messenger. So if you know Abigail's story, and you know that Abigail does personal training and has been in the fitness industry, and Abigail's your coach, and you have somebody who's in the fitness industry, then that's a perfect opportunity for you to highlight Abigail. Hey, so I'm going to give you a good example of this. Pre-framing the conversation is really important because you want to set that person up for success to come into your messenger and seal the deal for you, essentially, right? Who does not want that? You want the deals to be sealed. Holla. Okay, so you don't ever want to open up a three-way message and just be like, hey, Joe, this is Abigail. Hey, I have no idea why I'm in this message. I don't know anything about Joe. So here's how I would utilize this when I was working with Brian very closely when I was growing my business. Hey, Joe, I'd like to introduce you to my business partner, Brian James. You want to build up the person who you're opening the three-way with. So I would be saying something like, he's been in the ketone conversation since the very start. He's extremely knowledgeable as well as all the experience he has in the fitness industry. I'm confident that he is going to have some amazing clarity for you. And then I would say, Brian, meet Joe. He watched the campfire video. You want to explain where they are at in that process. He's done a 5 or 10 day. He has questions about how does blah, blah, blah work. And you want to explain that. Okay. And then you're like, hey, meet them. Here you go. Now that connection is open. You've already pre-framed what it's about. You've already also talked to your coach previously. So you've already been like, hey, Brian, I'm going to open up a three-way with you and this guy, Joe. Joe, doesn't believe that ketones work for preserving muscle. I know that you're in the fitness industry. I know you can explain this way better than I can. Okay. So also, another area that you would utilize a third party as far as like coaching comes in is if you have a customer who's upset, if you have somebody who's, frustrated about something, we don't want you to just say like, oh, well, just go send in an email to prove it. Like, we want our people to be happy. So opening up and explaining, oftentimes it just takes another person to come in and give a different point of view, whether it's on shipping, whether it's on whatever. So utilize those third party coaching. It can be with your person that you joined with. It could be with a COC, but pre-frame them appropriately. So let's see here. Go through my notes. So I'm actually gonna have a live call to action here. What time is it? So we got about 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and give you guys just a couple examples of how you would utilize the different tools that we have and when. Abigail, did you already drop in the chat the PDF? Perfect. Okay. All right, so just a couple things I wrote down. You can follow along if you want on the PDF, but you don't have to. So we've already kind of watched the Inspire on video, right? A perfect way that you can utilize that, and I'm going to ask you to do it while we're on the call before we end. Who do you know that you haven't shared that video with? So opening up a call and being personal. Hey, Amy, I know that you are a stay-at-home mom, just like I was. I know, or just like I am. I know that, your husband works away, whatever. Just a little conversation about these people that you are going to open up a conversation with and drop that Inspire on video in there. I watched this video. It totally pulled on my heartstrings, and I thought of you because I know I was in that place too. Here's the video. Watch it. Let me know what you liked about it. Don't ever say, let me know what you think, okay? Because that opens the conversation for negativity. Let me know what you like about it, okay? So I want you guys to send this video to 5 moms while we are on this. So while I continue on with kind of giving examples, be writing down names of who you can actually send this video to right now. Okay, so social media, Facebook, Instagram. Every person that you enroll or who joins as a customer, you want them to be connected to our community. Connection is key, okay? So every person that purchases a 5 or 10 day from you, every person that purchases a box of whatever they get, you want to say, I have invited you to like our Pruvit Facebook page. You're going to go to the Pruvit Facebook page. You're actually going to invite from that page. If you don't know how to do it, please get with the person who enrolled you so they can actually walk you through it. That way, when we have sales, they're going to be able to see it, boom, right there, first thing. Recipes, the Inspire On videos, everything that we have that's so incredible about our company and our community is right there at their fingertips, right? So we want people to be connected because the more that they're connected, the longer they will stay, all right? This goes true for promoters as well. If you're not getting your promoters connected, they have nothing that's securing them into this community of amazing, incredible people, amazing friendships, amazing relatability. So you want people to be as connected as possible. So Instagram, Facebook, when you're going to share that with everybody, okay? Every single person that you talk to, you're going to share that with. Whether they're going to be a potential promoter, whether they're going to be a customer, or whether they're that already. You want to get them plugged into Instagram and Facebook. We have our lives on Facebook every Wednesday. Powerful, powerful tool. And I don't think that we utilize it often enough. I mean, just sharing it on your page is like, how many people are going to see that? You know, what, 7% of your entire friends list? No, go tag people in it. Go comment on it. Actually actually go and tag the people's names in there that you're talking to so that they're like, oh, I just got tagged in it. Of course, they're going to go look at what they got tagged in, and it's going to draw them in, okay? So let's see here. So an example of how you could open up a conversation with the Facebook or Instagram is somebody maybe you've already talked to who has watched the campfire video, and they're not quite there yet, right? Because it takes what, like 18 to 24 contacts before somebody actually decides to join. So you can say, hey, Linda, I know that you have been eating keto. I thought you might like this recipe. Okay, we just have an awesome ice cream recipe on our Facebook page. Who doesn't like ice cream? So tag them in that, and then go open up the message and say, hey, Linda, I know you've been eating keto. I thought you might like this recipe. I tagged you in it. That's a way. Let's see. Another one. Hey, John, I know you've been interested in the science behind the keto diet. I'd love to have you hop on this Facebook Live with one of our specialists. I know you'll find a ton of value in it. Reaffirming like what they're going to get out of these tools and resources that you're giving them is essential. Also, when you're checking out, at the grocery store. So this doesn't have to all just be social media. When you're checking out at the grocery store and you have all this keto stuff, like people ask questions. Oh my gosh, yeah, here, let me send you the campfire video. Let me send you information on our reboot that we're getting ready to start, right? So just having those conversations and having the resources readily available is also key. Let's see here. The last resource that I have not included on here, because there's not really a link to it, is the Hacked magazine. How many people have got one of these in the mail? This is super, super powerful, super awesome, and there's so many powerful stories in this magazine. So just carrying this around with you in your car, you don't have to be the message. You can just like, oh my gosh, check this out. So many people want to have validity behind when they're talking about the keto diet or ketones, and this right here is the most incredible tool ever. So following back around to, relatability, connection, you want to be relatable. We have so many resources in the PDF, as you can see. I've kind of dialed it out for you as to like when you would utilize it. And just getting in the habit of when you're having conversations, really utilizing the tools and understanding that when you first have that conversation with them, whether it's, sending them the campfire video, it doesn't end there. You want to continue to send them resources. You want to continue to tag them in different things, whether that's a recipe, whether that's an Inspire On video, because you want to tug on their heartstrings. People want to buy what is going to like change their life, what they're feeling that they're struggling with. So being a good investigator, and last week on Connection, Abigail kind of went through of like how to tell what it is that people need. So now you have the actual resource in hand where you can be like, who can I go reach out to? So for the last 4 minutes, I want you guys, if you haven't already sent out that Inspire On video, who can you tag in a recipe on our Pruvit Facebook page? So I'm going to give 1 minute. This is your call to action for the day. Let's go to Pruvit Facebook page and tag 5 people in the ice cream recipe, because who doesn't like ice cream? Everybody. When you're done with that, we'll have another one. So throw me some thumbs up in the chat when you're finished tagging 5 people. And please feel free also, as we kind of finish up this last couple minutes, if you have questions, like if you have a specific question of somebody that you're open in conversation with, please drop it in the comments. If you have people who say don't tag them in post, just copy and like paste the actual link and send it to them. Just say, hey, I thought of you. I wanted to send you this recipe, or I wanted to send you this Facebook Live. And another thing, and I know Abigail had covered this as well, but just to reiterate, when you go to our Pruvit Facebook page and you're actually on it, and right behind it, I have people all the time like, hey, do you have anything on diabetes, or do you have anything on inflammation? Type it in right there. So incredibly powerful, because you don't want to be the one that says, I'm the authority on this. Like, this is what ketones do. You want to show them the actual resource. You want to send them the link. You want to, put them in the video where they're hearing from somebody else, because then you're not the one saying it, and they don't have to be like, well, I don't know, that's just your opinion. All right, how you guys doing there? Everybody tagging? Awesome. Okay, so who do you know that you, yeah, I think we can definitely work on pulsing out the PDF. Who do you know that has kind of been on your chicken list and you're like, oh, you get dinosaur arms when you go to message them. You're like, oh, I can't reach my keyboard. My arms are so short. All right, I want you to pick 2 people right now, and I want you to go and message them. Are you open to, yeah. Oh, look at that, I can't reach. I want you to go and message them, and I want you just to ask them if they're open, okay? This is a...
I mean, it's too bad she didn't get stuck on dinosaur arms. Come back, Sylvia. She's just giving you time. Well, all right. It's 11:45. What she was saying is, don't have dinosaur arms and go message those 2 people. She's gone. So, all right. So let me just, let me wrap this up here. So I just sent, because if you tell me to do something, I just do it. But I just sent 10 Inspire On video of Jody out to people. So I hope you at least get your 5 in. She called for that action. Go tag up 5 people on the recipes, or she had just ended with closing your link out or sending them the link if you don't want to tag them. And then how many of you just drop in the chat, how many of you have never connected somebody in a three-way chat before? Say I in the chat. Huge, huge, huge. Yes, let's do it. Like, guys, I know Sylvia did that forever when she started this business. I know that every single person, when I first began, they got connected with Brian Underwood or James immediately. I did not handle my own stuff. All right. So if you are missing that piece of pre-framing, edifying someone, introducing that potential in a three-way chat, do it. Do it. It's so powerful. Okay. So that was a great lesson today on connection. I want to remind you that if you are struggling to find resources, because I feel like this is still happening just a little bit. People aren't understanding where the Keto 101 page is. So we have a Keto 101 page, and then we have a COC Hustle page. On Tuesday night, there's a story. So what I'm going to do right here is copy link. Hey, Amy, or will someone else just run to the COC Hustle page to make this quick and copy the link into the chat, just so we can get that done quicker? I just want to make sure, or Lori, I just want to make sure that you guys know where this is at. I just copied the Ketone 101. Last night was an amazing story about a woman who has struggled with fat loss for a very long time. And it got started very late, so we had little technical difficulties. So some of you may have missed it, and it would be a great resource to share today. And that's right, yeah. And some of you didn't even know about it. So on Thursday is the COC profile, where Pro Champ is going to interview a COC profile. So if somebody could drop that in, Alexis maybe, could just drop, hey girl, I don't know if you're on your computer, but that COC link page. So on Thursday night, people know what that is. And it's okay. Oh, it's all right that you got kicked off, Sylvia. We enjoyed, we followed up with the directives you were giving, and it was an awesome call. So those two things coming up. And then tomorrow we will be back here at 11 Central Time for enrollment. How many of you feel confident to enroll someone? If you had to enroll someone right now, how many of you do not feel confident to enroll someone on your own? Great. Don't do it on your own. Connect them in a three-way chat and grab a coach to make it merrier. But we are going to talk about enrollment tomorrow, a big piece of the business. Okay. So guys, thank you for your attention today, and make sure you hold your teammates accountable to watching this, getting this replay, and get this resource document out that Sylvia made. It's fantastic. Great job today, Sylvia. All right, guys, we'll see you back here tomorrow.